Welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to make the hole for our cell phone and make any last tweaks, on our design if we want, and just show you how flexible this can be. So first, click on your phone and just hit Shift D to duplicate it, and then just hit Escape. So there's, a duplicate phone right on top of that one, and we'll just rename this, phone cut, something like that, because we're going to use the duplicate to cut out a hole around our phone here. So the easiest way to do that, we could scale, but it actually isn't going to scale properly. It'll scale kind of up and down, but we're not going to get an even thickness all the way around our phone. So an easy way to do that is just like we did it in the car lesson, but we're going to do it with the Solidify again. I love the Solidify modifier, if you can't tell, but it's just very powerful. So we're going to take that, maybe make it a thickness anywhere from like 1 to 3 millimeters should be fine. I'm going to do like 2. It really just depends on how much you trust your measurements, or say if you're going to sell this to like online or share it online, you might make it a little, the area around your phone, like the hole, a little bit bigger, just in case, someone doesn't have the exact same cell phone as you. It still may fit their phone. So let's do that. We're going to do an offset of 1. And already you can tell if we toggle this Solidify on and off, it's already made our phone way bigger. And we're just going to use that to cut it out. And so make sure that you check all these bottom 4 boxes: even thickness, high quality normals, and fill rim and only rim. And that's going to help for when we go to Boolean. So make sure you have your phone cut selected, shift click on the amp and do Control minus. And there we go. We've got a nice, perfect, spaced hole for your cell phone. And again, like I was saying, if you wanted it to be thinner, you can just take your phone cut and do, 1 millimeter if you wanted it a little tighter, or you could do 2. So I might go with 2. I like 2. I'm pretty confident in my measurements, and I'm making this just for my cell phone here. So let's use that. And if your Boolean isn't working properly, you may, if you don't hit only rim, it's going to do this kind of weird cutout here. So make sure you have all 4 of those selected. And we're also kind of dropping into our amp a little bit, and that could be a desired effect. You could want that to happen. That way your phone has kind of like some edges to kind of nest into. That is just personal preference if you want. So let's go ahead and turn our phone back on, and let's parent our phone cutout to the phone, just in case we move our phone. This hole will stay with it. We'll just click and drag and hold Shift and drop it into the phone right here. So that way, if we go, into a side view and grab our phone, our hole will stay right there with it. And I may play with some of these, this edge down here. Maybe hit G and Z, and it looks like it's kind of working sometimes and not working all the time. You can see how it's kind of cutting out right here, but if I hit G and Z and go down a little further, it disappears. So I'm just going to play it safe and just bring it up until the wireframe box is all seen right here. There we go. We can see it all. So that's good. And so I'm happy with that hole. I kind of want to make some changes on the design for this. So let's go to front view. I'm going to go into our object solid view and do see-through, and maybe make this a little skinnier. So let's go into edit mode. I'm going to select all and do S and X. Just going to make it a little skinnier right there. Let's turn our, and notice I made it a little too skinny. It's kind of like pinching our phone right here. So S and X. So just scale on the X. And I'm just going to slide it out just a little bit, just so it's right there. There we go. All right, so I'm happy with that. So just made it a little skinnier. You could also go into edit mode, do like loop cuts. I'm going to go to the side, do Control R. You could do loop cuts here, and that's going to give it kind of a different look. If you wanted something like that. It's more of a curve right there. Or you could do a loop cut, down the main body there. And that makes it more kind of like a square shape. So it really gives you a lot of different options to play with. You can undo that. You could even like go into point mode, grab some of these edges and do scale X. If you want to change the shape of it, really just kind of play around and, do anything you want. You could grab these corners, G, Z, bring it up, however you want it to look. And that's just super flexible workflow. It looks like you've done so much work, but it's really quite simple. So I'm just going to undo that. And then let's just go back into object mode. Make sure you like all the lineup of everything. I may even bring my phone up a little bit just to kind of center everything up. Go into my the back here, go into see-through mode. That way I can select, both at the same time and do G and Y and just kind of cut some of this out. If we don't need it to be that long, it's just kind of wasted space and more plastic. So I'm going to kind of eyeball it there. That looks pretty cool. We'll go out of our X-ray view. And there we go. And you can get as creative as you want. If you wanted to like make another hole at the bottom to put like a phone charging cord in there or from the back, you can do anything you want. But I'm just going to keep it pretty simple here. So let's go back to Eevee just to see everything. And if we're on our amp layer, we could even play with the thickness. Like you could even do like the thickness of like 1. And that's going to print really, really fast. Within a few hours, you could have this cell phone amplifier. But I'm going to slice off the bottom. So I want it a little bit thicker. We'll do like 8. So it will take longer to print, but I think it will just give it a little bit more weight. And it just looks cool to me like that. Another thing that you could do is, we've kind of got like a simple look here, but we could always, change the vibes with different modes and export out different versions of that. Or what could be even cooler is if we wanted to sculpt onto this, you could do that too. So let's turn off our subdivision surface, just hit the little box here, and let's add a multi-resolution because that is very helpful for sculpting. So we'll do multi-resolution right here. And nothing has happened because we need to subdivide. So go ahead and subdivide a few times and keep an eye on your faces down here at the bottom. So let's subdivide a few more times, keeping an eye on it down here. So we got 1760 faces. Subdivide a few more times. Maybe do like 6. Looks pretty smooth. Let's turn on wireframe just to kind of get an idea. And that looks pretty good for sculpting. So let's go ahead and switch over to sculpt mode and turn our wireframes off. And I'm just going to use this draw tool and kind of just play real fast. So maybe increase the brush size and maybe just start from the back here and just go up to the front like that. And just make some strokes on our amplifier. I might turn off the phone too, just so I can see a little bit better. We'll slide through here. That's pretty cool. And then maybe up the front. And let's go from the side. And I'm having trouble seeing because I'm in Eevee, so I'm going to go into the solid view and turn on our matte cap and switch it to my psychedelic rainbow. And now I can see what I'm doing here. We'll just kind of float down the edge there. Maybe do one from the bottom. That's pretty good. Do some here. And really, you can do whatever you want. If you want to really do some crazy sculpting on it, go to town. Just check out the back. Looks pretty good. And notice that it's just like a thin shell. But when we go back to object mode, it looks pretty awesome. And that was done within just a few seconds with sculpting. And we've got our cutout. So I'm pretty happy with that. And with these top 2 modifiers here, the multi-res and the subsurf, you really only need one or the other turned on. You don't really need both. Otherwise, your face count is going to go through the roof and Blender will probably crash on you. So, if you're going to turn on the other one, just turn off your multi-res and then turn on Subsurf. And then you can, flip between those. Another thing too, if you don't like your sculpting, you can always just delete this multi-res and just add another one. And that will kind of let you start over with sculpting. But I liked what we had, so I'm just going to undo that and bring it on back. And there we go. Another cool, I don't know if you saw what I did there, but if all your modifiers are open, or if you have a ton of modifiers, you can just click on this one triangle at the top and then just slide down like this. And that will collapse everything really quickly. So let's bring back our phone. That's looking pretty awesome. And let's go ahead and drop our phone into our amp. Just hold shift. Now, if we grab and move our amplifier, everything's going to move with it. And I'm going to switch back into Eevee just to see our colors. Yeah, that's looking great. I'm going to hit G and Y, just kind of center this up a little bit on our build platform. So it's going to be pretty large 3D print here. You can tell from our, our build volume, it's going to be a pretty, it might take maybe 6 to 8 hours to print this out just because of our thickness. And a few more things before we 3D print it is let's chop out the bottom. So we still got our cursor in the middle, and I'm going to add a new cut cube. So just do Shift A. We'll do a mesh and cube, and 100 is fine. We can just call that, like a cut cube. And go to the side view, hit G and Z, and we're just going to chop off, a little bit off the bottom there. And I'm going to go into wireframe just so I can see, I don't want to cut through the thickness here. So we'll go G and Z, maybe go down somewhere in there. That looks pretty good. And go back to Eevee, and let's cut this off. So we'll click on the cut cube, hold shift on the amp and do Control minus. And there we go. We've got a nice cut off the bottom. If we go into side view, you can see it's chopped off there. And we'll just parent that to our cube. Another way to parent, if you remember, is just click on the cube, shift click on what you want to link it to, and do Control P and set parent to object. And that will do the same thing over here in our layers. And that's looking pretty awesome. I'm going to do one more thing. Just go to Look Dev here, or Material Preview is also what it's called now, and go to Control 7. And I'm going to add some text on the bottom here. So we'll just take it. So we still got our 3D cursor here, but I'm going to shift click over here because text kind of starts in this bottom left corner. And we'll do Shift A and do text. And it's really, really tiny here. We can just type in like 50, see what that does. Whoa, too much. Maybe 10. There we go. So there's our text, and it's facing up. So let's flip it on the X180. Get a 180 flip. There we go. And then go tab into edit mode, and we'll just backspace and put anything you want. It could be the client's name. It could be your name, your logo, website, anything like that. I'm just going to put my website, hit S, and scale it up. That looks pretty good. And now I'm going to go to the modifier and do solidify. And notice that when we went to the modifier on the text, it doesn't have all the modifiers like we're used to. And that's because it is not a mesh, it's a curve. So that's why, half of them are missing. So for thickness, we can do 0.5, and the offset can be, 0. That's fine. And we're going to do even thickness, high quality normals. And maybe a little, that should be good. I'm going to go to the side view and go into wireframe just to see what's going on here. We can even do a little thicker, maybe 1. There we go. And G and 1 millimeter. So it's going in 0.5 millimeter right there. We could even go a little more. So we'll do G and Z. There we go. And we're going to subtract that out in the next lesson. But I'm pretty happy with that. That looks pretty cool. So let's go back to Eevee, turn off our overlays. And there we go. We made a simple phone amp with just a few extrusions and a bunch of modifiers, and everything's still super flexible. So, we could always turn things off, add different modifiers, thin it out if we wanted to. But I'm going to leave on the sculpting one we did. And let's go ahead and link our text to our amp, turn our overlays on. And just click on our text, drag it over the amp, hold shift to set the parent. And now everything's nested right inside of our amp here. And so now let's go into the next lesson where we're going to prep this for 3D printing and slice it up.